All right. All right, so hope everyone is having a good night. I am here tonight doing our weekly Ascended Illumination energy reading for the week. Today is January the 11th. Holy crap. So this reading will be through January 11th through Wednesday, January 17th. And how we do this, if you've never seen one of our lives before, you either choose cards, crystals. I'm going to pick 3 cards in a second, but you're going to choose whatever card number is drawn to you or you're drawn to. And based upon whatever you pick, we will do a reading, just a little energy reading for the week. And yeah, as always, if you're watching the replay, please comment #replay. And if at any point, if you ever have any questions about anything regarding the reading, any of our services or events, please feel free to reach out to either myself or Tori through Messenger. All right, so we're going to get started. Cards flying all over the place. Be right back. All right. I just want to shuffle these quick, and then I'm going to have you guys pick 1, 2, or 3 based off of these cards. While I'm shuffling, I just want to let everybody know that Tori still has space available for tomorrow night's Crystals 101 class. That is running from 7 to 9, and it is only $55. So if you are interested in that, you can either message us, or if you follow us on Eventbrite, pop on there, check out our events, and that's where you can purchase all those tickets. And that can be done in person or virtual as well. All right, so I'm going to pick 3 cards really quickly. I just realized I wanted to start off with the other cards, but it's all right. We obviously needed these cards instead. All right, so we have 3 cards here. So I want you guys to choose either number 1, number 2, or number 3, okay? Whatever card is drawn to you, 1, 2, or 3. Just gonna set these aside. All right, so you're picking 1, 2, or 3. And we're going to get started. So, those of you who chose card number 1, I'll show that to you guys. All right, we have compassion. All right, so card number 1, if you chose 1, is compassion. All right, so with compassion coming up for you guys, as far as compassion is concerned, it's time, especially this week, to bring in a little bit of compassion. I'm feeling, for most of you, it's going to be compassion for yourself, okay? Because I know a lot of times we get really, really hard on ourselves and we push really, really hard. But this upcoming week is really going to be a time for most of you to really step back and be a little bit compassionate for yourself. And there's going to be the others who need to maybe show more compassion with a certain situation, right? But let's pull some more cards on this. Okay, so we have 6 of Cups, Six of Wands, and Page of Wands. All right. So, number 1, if you chose number 1, remember your first card was compassion. All right. So, we have the 6 of Cups. All right. So, as far as the 6 of Cups is concerned, remember we're talking more about the energy of compassion, okay? Bringing in more compassion for yourself. Some of you need to kind of put yourself in another person's position and maybe be more compassionate towards others or a situation. But this week, you definitely want to start bringing in the energy of compassion. All right. So with the Six of Wands coming up, it's that energy of, thinking about the past a little bit. A lot of, I should have did this, I should have did that, the shoulda, woulda, couldas. Okay. So I'm feeling a lot of this energy right now for you guys that chose one. Okay. And again, it doesn't have to be, it's not necessarily a relationship, anything like that. It's just, whatever the situation may be that you maybe have been reflecting, but I'm feeling like you're reflecting back a little bit too hard, and reflecting back not in a positive light, more like I said, those shoulda, coulda, wouldas. All right. So rather than trying to reflect on the past and kind of getting stuck in that mindset of, it could even be regret or, thinking about past decisions and things that, maybe you should have done this differently. Okay. It's time for you guys, again, with the compassion, to really, take it one step at a time. Try to stay in the present moment, because thinking about the past, you can't change the past. All right. All you can do is move forward. Say if it was, a decision that, maybe was the wrong one back then. You already made that decision. You can't change it now. So start living in the present moment. And what are you going to do moving forward so you don't make those same either mistakes again or, do better things for yourself. All right. We also have the Six of Wands. All right. So the Six of Wands for me is always like a victory card. Okay. So I'm feeling like, you're going to be able to move out of this energy really, really quickly once you, really kind of take stock of, really thinking about the past. You're going to be able to move out of this energy really, really quickly. But again, we have the compassion card, taking a little bit of time for yourself rather than stressing about all the things that were going on in the past. Having compassion for yourself, taking care of yourself right now, and really trying to live in the present moment. Okay. Because again, you can't change the past. You can only, live in the present moment. And with that being said, too, you don't want to try to get too far ahead into the future, because that can trip you up a little bit too. Because sometimes when we think too far into the future, things don't happen as quickly as we want it to. So if you chose one, try to live a little bit more in the present moment. We also have the Page of Wands. All right. So with the Page of Wands coming up for you guys, it's really telling me that, something's going to spark your creativity. Something is going to, really spark your interest. All right. And once you take the time and just rest and really just start, reflecting on yourself and your needs and your wants, that's when this energy, the Page of Wands energy, is going to come in for you. Okay. Because again, if you're stuck thinking about the past and the shoulda, coulda, wouldas, that's blocking this new energy from coming in. And it's, it's going to be something creative, something that you maybe you've wanted to do for a while, but, never found the time, or just really, didn't really put your full energy into it. But something is going to come in once you start, taking a step back, really focusing on your heart. Okay. Clearing out your heart chakra and being able to bring that love in, specifically self-love. I want to pull one of these cards for you guys. Let's see who's coming through for those who chose number one. I can never say his name right. Please, I'm going to butcher this. Mahavatar Babaji. Mahavatar Babaji. I always butcher this name. Always. All right. So he is coming through for you guys that chose number one. Okay. And it's soul expansion. Your consciousness is expanding. You understand the connection between all things. All right. So how does this tie into compassion? What does he want you to know? All right, so as far as these two together, okay, this and compassion. So as far as your consciousness expanding, okay, so being more open, okay, you're starting to let more things in. So it could be something as simple as, you just happened upon this reading, you're just scrolling through Facebook, and typically this isn't something that you tend to watch, but you scrolled past, you saw the purple wall behind me, and you're like, let's see what this about. Okay. Your consciousness is expanding as far as, expanding your mind to learn about new things. And you could have been interested in it before, but it was kind of like, it's a little bit taboo, you may feel, watching somebody pull tarot cards, but, being more open to that and taking the time for yourself to say, I'm going to choose 1, 2, or 3, and let's see, what she has to say, and if I can apply it to myself. All right. We are going to move on to number 2. I almost said 3. All right. All right. So number 3, power and intention. I said 3 again, didn't I? Number 2, power and intention. So this may apply also to those of you who chose 3, because I keep on saying 3, but I mean 2. All right. So as far as the energy surrounding this week with power and intention, all right. So whatever it is that you are trying to do for yourself, you're really going to need to set your mind to it. And bring it in, but also set the intention. Okay. So if there's something that you really, really want to come forward, if there's something that you really, really want to come forward, you have to set your intention to bring that in. Okay. But let's get more into power and intention. Well, thank you. I still need another coat. Get some body spots. All right, power and intention. All right, so actually, I'll do 2 more. So the first card we have for power and intention is we have the Death card, which in this particular deck, it's still a bit echoing. Yeah, because I don't really have much in here right now, I gotta move some more stuff in, but I gotta get this second quote up first. All right, so first card for power and intention, we have the Death and Rebirth card, not cup. Death and Rebirth card, and then we have the 4 of Cups, and then we have the 6 of Swords. All right, so if you chose to, we had power and intention, we have death and rebirth. I'm on number 2. But I keep on calling number 2 number 3, so I'm feeling like some people that chose 3 will also resonate with this. All right, so number 2, power and intention. Okay, we have the Death and Rebirth card. Okay, so as far as the energy surrounding this upcoming week, gracias. All right, so you're coming into a time where it's going to be the ending of a cycle. Okay, something new is about to come in for you, but before that newness can come in, something else has to end. Okay, you might have to close the door on something. You may have to, stand your ground on a specific situation to get yourself out of it. But it needs to be, that door needs to be closed in order for you to have that rebirth into the new. Okay. And with power and intention, it's something that you're really going to have to stand your ground on and really, make happen for yourself. I'm almost feeling like it's nobody else is going to do it for you. Okay. Sometimes it's a little bit hard to start something new, or even, close somebody off that isn't, the best for you, but you need to set that intention to be able to close that door so you can move forward. All right. We also have the 4 of Cups. So I'm feeling like one of the things that's holding you back right now from standing in your power and setting your intention is this 4 of Cups energy. Okay. So it's almost like focusing so much on what we either lack or what we don't have. Okay. And we're putting too much energy in why we can't shut this door and why we can't move forward. Okay. So you really need to start So as you can see, you know, she's got her hand in her head. She's kind of just looking away at all her empty cups, but she's not seeing that, you know, she's got that rainbow going into her one final cup. Okay. And that's the cup that she needs. Okay. She doesn't need those other cups that have kind of, you know, emptied. She's still got some stuff left. All right. So standing in your power, not dwelling on the things that maybe aren't going right or the things that you don't have. Sometimes too, we're so afraid to move forward with something because we feel like we just need to do this one more thing. Okay. That's going to hold you back. All right. So start thinking about moving forward rather than on what you don't have. We also have the Six of Swords. All right. So with the Six of Swords coming up, it's kind of telling me that, you know, whatever it is that you got going on, whatever it is that, you know, you need to put an end to in order to move forward, you need to do it for yourself. Okay. You need to put that behind you. Okay. I'm kind of hearing like you need to put the past behind you in order to move forward. Okay. So it could be even something too, where it's something that you need to either heal from or something that you need to stand up for, because remember, first card was power and intention. Okay. So be strong, especially this week, okay? Because you're so close to getting to where you need to be to shut that door to move forward. You just have to stand in your power more and know that it's for your best, all right? Pull one of these cards for you guys. And Tori, if you are still watching, Tori still has some space available this Friday, tomorrow, from 7 to 9 for her Crystals 101 class. I actually took, Tori, how long ago was it? I think it was like 2 or 3 years. I think I took that class that you were teaching. I think it's back when you were at Northern Lights, I believe. I can't remember. I barely remember what I did yesterday, but it was super informative. Yeah, I think it was Northern Lights, or maybe it was during COVID when everything was on Zoom. I honestly can't remember, but it was a while ago. But yeah, I found it very, very helpful. Definitely a lot of information. So I definitely would check it out. All right, Melchizedek. All right. So we have higher learning. You have learned from experience. More inner study is now required to further progress. All right. So you have learned from experience. More inner study. He's a fairy. He's actually been coming in a lot for me lately. More inner study is required to further your progress. All right. So as far as Melchizedek, all right. Oh, look, and they almost look the same. Power and intention. Same long white hair. All right. So with Melchizedek coming in, all right. So as far as the higher learning aspect of it, all right. So with this death and this rebirth, you know, you're closing one door to start anew. So I'm feeling, as far as this higher learning goes, higher learning in the aspect of you've learned from your experiences, you've taken the wisdom, like you are ready to make this next step forward. All right. But you need to take that first step and make it. Okay. I'm not taking this Melchizedek as you need to learn more. It's you've learned what you need to do in order to make this first step, but you need to set that power or stand in your power and set that intention to really bring that in for yourself. All right. And again, I just want to reiterate that with the Six of Swords, it is time for you to move forward, because whatever is in the past is just holding you back. Okay. You need to make that first step for yourself in order to move forward. All right. All right, let's move on to card number 3. I'm inhaling all the paint fumes. I just painted this room today, so I'm getting a little, ooh. Anyway, all right, so card number 3 we have honesty and communication. All right. So as far as honesty and communication, for those of you who chose number 3, as far as this week is concerned, I'm feeling like some of you are going to, something is going to be brought up, maybe something that was a little bit hidden from you, or maybe, if somebody wasn't being truthful, I'm feeling like, that's going to start coming up to the surface. Okay. So, and I'm really drawn to her throat. Now, typically the throat chakra is like blue, but this is more of a fiery color. So, and then what I'm feeling with this fiery color right here is, and as far as the honesty, it's going to be almost I don't want to say a hurtful honesty, but an honesty that, somebody needs to hear, that may not be all, bubbly and happy. So I'm feeling like there are going to be things that are going to be said that maybe aren't so nice. But it's things that need to be heard. Okay. It's something that, needs to be brought up in order to put it all out on the table, is what I'm feeling. Okay. And again, for some of you, it could be that you are the one that needs to bring this stuff up, or you may hear something that is, when you know that you need to do something, or that you're not doing something, the way you should, and somebody brings it up and you already know it, but you get a little bit like, oh, whatever. Like, it's kind of like that type of thing where either you're going to say something to somebody, or somebody is going to say something to you, but it needs to be brought up. All right. And as far as the communication aspect of it, like, that communication has to happen, because whatever it is that you're holding back right now is not serving anybody any good. Right? There may be a little bit of turmoil right when it first comes out, but it needs to come out in order for things to get better. And I have the sun. So the sun is always like a yes card for me. So with this card coming up, that's just validating to me that, whatever it is that is going to be brought up as far as this honesty, it needs to be heard. It may not be what either you or the other person wants to hear, but it's what you need to hear. Okay. I feel like I'm losing my voice right now. We have the Page of Pentacles. One more card. All right, King of Swords. So we have the Sun. All right. So again, when I was saying about honesty, it's something that, we may not want to hear, or we may not feel comfortable telling somebody, but it needs to be heard. This is really kind of just validation for me that, yes, all needs to be put out on the table. Okay. I know it can be tough sometimes, especially when we're the type of person who kind of always keeps to ourselves and, don't really express how we feel. But I'm feeling like if it's not you that needs to express whatever is happening, it's somebody that needs to start expressing things to you a little bit. All right. We have the Page of Pentacles. All right. So with this card coming up for you guys that chose 3, I feel like once this comes out, it's going to give you or the other person kind of a foundation to rebuild a little bit, if that makes sense. Because sometimes it's almost like when you're going on, is, I don't want to say it's like living a lie, but it's like you go on thinking one thing and just you're going with the flow, but it's not the truth. It's not the reality. Okay. It's almost like, you're standing on the outside looking in on something, and somebody kind of needs to be snapped back into reality, is what I'm feeling. All right. And once this happens, it's going to put you on the path, or the other path, the other person, it's going to put you on the path to be able to rebuild that stability. Okay. It's going to help you rebuild your world, is what I'm kind of hearing right now. Okay. So as hard as it may be to either say or hear whatever is about to come out, it's needed in order for you to rebuild, for you to feel steady, stable again. All right. So we also have the King of Swords. All right. So with the King of Swords coming up, I'm kind of feeling like whoever it is that needs to hear this truth, they're not fully in their power right now. It could be a situation where, someone, and I'm just going to give you an example. That's the only way I can really express what I'm feeling right now, because I'm almost feeling like I'm the person who needs to hear something. And it's almost like, I'm in a situation where it's just, I'm getting, not physically, but I'm getting beaten up. Okay. Just like emotionally, I'm getting drained. Okay. And I know I'm in this situation, but because nobody's validating that for me, I can't pull myself out of the situation. Okay. So that's the feeling I'm getting out of these cards right now, as far as, honesty and things coming up. But once I hear it coming out of somebody else's mouth, it's kind of going to, number one, validate it for me, but it's also going to help me feel stronger. Cole was just laughing. It's going to help me feel stronger in order to be able to pull myself out of the situation. Okay. Hey, Renea. This all sounds right. Okay. All right. So that's really the energy that I'm feeling through this. For those of you that chose 3. Okay. Again, it's like, I really, like, I'm feeling it right now. Like, I'm that person who is kind of like shutting everybody else out and just kind of getting in my own head. But once it's brought to my attention, once like somebody else sees it and not just me, it kind of helps me get a little bit of strength to be able to pull myself out of the situation. Okay. All right, let's pull one of these cards for you guys. We have El Moira, Awakening Presence. The universe is with you. Wear a cloak of protection and love. All right. So, as far as him coming in with the honesty and communication card, Awakening Presence, the universe is with you. So, I mean, I'm just feeling like he's coming in, okay, to kind of tell you. So, as far as like the universe is with you, okay, no matter what it is you're going through. So, if you are the person that has to be the one to be honest with somebody, you can ask your guides, you can ask, anyone. You could even call on Elmora to help you get that strength and that courage, because sometimes it can be really hard if we have to say something to somebody. It can be really hard to get it out, to let it come out. And notice how there's a lot of blue here, and that blue crystal he has right there. Okay. That's throat chakra, like I think I said before with, because we were talking about this throat chakra here. All right. So, sorry, I just lost what I was saying for a second. But yeah, you can call on either Elmora if you're the person that has to say that, but you're having trouble really communicating the message. Okay. You can call in help. Okay. To help you get through that situation, to give you the strength to be able to say this to that person. Or if it's the other situation where all of a sudden you're hearing all this stuff, you can call on Elmora to kind of help you through it. Okay, let's see if he has anything else to say. Wear a cloak of protection and love. Just know that whatever is going to be said is coming out of a place of love. Okay. It's nothing that is meant to either hurt another person or to hurt you, but it's coming out of a place of love. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling with that card. All right, and that's what I have for number 3. And I hope, these messages resonated with you. And again, if you ever have any questions about anything, if you want to get a little bit more in depth with whatever reading was selected for you, and you want a personalized reading to get a little bit more in deep, feel free to contact either myself or Tori at Avalon Enchanted. You are very welcome. And Tori still has space. Crystals 101, 7 to 9, in person or Zoom. And yeah, I hope you all have a great week, and you will all be seeing Tori next Thursday. Have a great night. I got to get out of this room because the fumes are killing me. Bye.